back to Gammie's Bedtime Stories. I'm Gammie, and I'm so happy that you could join me tonight for story time. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. I hope you've had a lot of fun outside, playing in the water and running around, playing games. And without further ado, let's get right into our story tonight. Permission for our reading has come from Cottage Door Press, and the name of our story tonight is Tom Thumb. There was once a poor farmer and his wife who loved each other dearly, but there was one thing missing from their lives. How happy I should be if I had but one child, the wife told her husband, even if it were no bigger than my thumb. I should love it with all my heart. So when the wife heard about the great magician Merlin at the court of King Arthur, why, she persuaded her husband to pay him a visit. Merlin agreed to help, and months later, the wife had a little boy, and he was no bigger than his father's thumb. So they called him Tom Thumb. Tom, well, he was a clever boy and always keen to help his parents. One day, as his father struggled with the cart, Tom had an idea. Well, let me get into the horse's ear and tell him which way to go, he suggested excitedly. So Tom gave the instructions, and the horse obeyed. Watching from the road, there was two strangers. How odd, said one. That cart is moving, and I can't hear a voice, and I can't see anyone driving it. Well, the men, they followed the cart and soon heard Tom calling. See, Father, I did it. And to their astonishment, the father lifted this tiny little boy out of the horse's ear. Oh no, I wonder what's going to happen. I don't think those men are up to any good, boys and girls. What do you think? When Tom and the father stopped to rest for a moment, well, the men approached asking if they could buy the tiny little boy. They could see he would make them a fortune. I'm sorry, but he's not for sale, refused the father. He is my son, and his father and mother and I wouldn't trade him for all the gold in the world. Then we will take him from you, one of the men cried, before the other shoved the poor farmer down a steep hill. They snatched the snail shell where Tom was sleeping soundly, and they ran off down the road. Well, they were just mean. They were up to no good whatsoever. Tom was woken by whispering voices. Well, he didn't recognize them. There's the parson's house. Let's go steal his gold and silver, said one voice. But how? Said another. Who are you? Tom asked, springing from the snail shell. And where is my father? The farmer didn't want you anymore, and he sold you to us, said a bald man with a thick beard. Tom knew this was a lie, and he quickly devised a plan to elude his captors. I can help you rob the parson's house, Tom offered. I can get into the house without even being seen and pass out all the valuables. Well, the two men, that intrigued them by Tom's offer, and they quickly agreed. I bet they did, didn't they? Because they were up to no good. Soon, Tom found himself standing in the hall of the parson's house. "Well, do you want this candelabra?" shouted Tom through the window. "Shh, keep your voice down," came the whisper reply. But Tom continued to make noise, hoping and hoping to wake somebody up. It was the cook who woke up first. Hearing a clatter and the sound of voices, she sprang out of bed. She failed to notice Tom in the hall, but when the thieves saw her at the door, well, they raced away. Pleased with his work, Tom crept outside and he spent the night in the hayloft. Early the next morning, the maid picked up a bundle of hay to feed the cows. Well, little did she know that she had picked up the tiny little boy too. And soon, oh my goodness, soon he was swallowed up by a hungry cow. Tom's cries, well, they were drowned out by the loud moo from the cow as she continued to chew the hay happily. Only later, as the maid finished milking, did she hear Tom calling, "Hello, I'm inside the cow." The startled maid ran to fetch the parson. Well, it wasn't an easy task, but finally Tom was freed. And yet, his adventures, they did not stop there. What is he going to get into next? For just as Tom was crossing a field, he was spotted by a wolf lurking in the trees. Oh my goodness. First, he got captured by the robbers. Then he got ate by the cow. And now a wolf sees him, boys and girls. What do you think's going to happen to him? Oh my goodness. Quick as a flash, the hungry wolf sprang out of the woods and pounced on poor Tom, swallowing him whole. But the clever little boy, well, he didn't give up. He had a plan. "My good friend, how would you like a feast?" he called out. Well, the wolf could not resist that. "A feast, you say?" he replied eagerly. "With ham, beef, cold chicken, cake, and every delight you could wish for," replied Tom, directing the wolf to his parents' house. He did have a plan, didn't he, boys and girls? Tom knew what he was doing, didn't he? Arriving there, the wolf headed straight for the pantry. He ate and he ate and he ate, and soon he needed to lie down. Inside the wolf's tummy, Tom began to sing very loudly. "Shh, keep quiet," snapped the wolf, but Tom continued, and his trick worked. The farmer's wife woke up and called her husband. As they peeked into the kitchen, well, they were horrified to see a wolf sleeping by the pantry door. I would be too. Gammie would be petrified if I seen a wolf sleeping by the pantry door. Oh my. As the farmer grabbed his axe, he was amazed to hear Tom calling out, "Father, oh Father, I'm inside the wolf." So the farmer struck the wolf on his head. Minutes later, to the delight of his parents, Tom Thumb was sitting on the kitchen table, telling them all about his adventures. "I have been kidnapped. I stopped a robbery. I've been eaten first by a cow, then by a wolf," he laughed. "And now you are home," cried his mother happily. And they all agreed there was no place better than home. The end. Well, Gammie hopes you enjoyed our story tonight, Tom Thumb. It was a good little story. And it had a good little meaning to it. No matter what your size, how little you are, or how little you think you are, or what your strengths are, you have so much that you can give. You can do much more than you even think that you can, boys and girls. You just put your mind to it, think through it, and you can do it. Gammie believes in you, and you believe in yourself always, because you can do it. Never give up. You just keep pushing on. And if you liked Gammie's story tonight, Tom Thumb, give me a thumbs up. Gammie would appreciate that so much. Like, share, and subscribe to Gammie's Bedtime Stories. Until next time, boys and girls, God bless you all, and sweet dreams. Bye-bye.